Hello, everyone. This is just a reminder. You probably already know this about your manual, your power wheelchair. I'm going to first talk about the power wheelchair and the coverage that it has. It's um, warranty. My brain is still not awake this morning. So, warranties, let's talk about that. My hope is that you looked at your manual a little bit and you're familiar with it. Some of you just filed it away. But if something starts to go wrong with and you're concerned about it with your, let's say, power wheelchair first, you need to know that the bare bones of the power wheelchair are good for 5 years, 5 years of warranty. So I think that includes the tires. I'm not sure, but every warranty from here to the United States to China is different. So you have to kind of look at the warranty and be aware if something is wrong. If it's new and you just got it, no problem. You call the company, you call the garage, and say, hey, something's going wrong here. And depending on your condition, can they come over to your place? Or do you have to go over there? What's all involved? But know that different parts of the power wheelchair have different warranties. So the bones are about 5 years, could be more. And other parts of your power wheelchair are for a year. So you really have to pay attention to what is 5 years and what is 1 year warranty. So don't worry if you just got it and something's off. You just call the company that sold you the power wheelchair or the garage or whoever you're in contact with to get that fixed as soon as possible. So bones, 5 years, and the other smaller parts and different parts are usually a year. Could be 6 months. I don't know, but it's important for you to grab your manual and have some general idea, how the warranty it will be working. So this is just a reminder. I know that when you get a toaster, you have a warranty for a year. Usually you get a blender, you get anything, it usually has a warranty. So your power wheelchair has a warranty. Now, there are other conflicts going around in terms of getting parts, that it's taking us a very, very long time to get parts. And, so they're establishing some rules that, we can get a part from somewhere else or whatever and get it quicker. In that allows the owner to go ahead and do the repair. There were rules and regulations in the warranties that didn't allow us to touch the power wheelchair at all. If you touched it or you tried to repair it, you would break the warranty, which is applicable in most of the United States or Canada or Europe. It still applies, but some states have gone ahead to change that rule and to allow us to do the repair and to get the part quicker. So Colorado was able to do that, and I don't know if New York, there was another state there that was able to pass that new regulation. So, but in your state, you need to be careful, so don't try to fix something or repair something on your power wheelchair until you're really clear about the warranty and talking to the company. I know some guys and some gals are like to tweak a lot, and they're very courageous and very skilled at doing that. But you don't want to break your warranty or mess it up in any way. So, and then end up in a dispute with the company. So that's just a reminder. For manual wheelchairs, I'm not quite sure. It could be a year. The bones could be 5 years, and then other smaller parts could be a year. So again, you too have to check your warranty and be very clear as to how long your warranty will last. and what you need to fix now before the warranty runs out, etc., etc. So I just want to remind you not to go ahead and fix something without checking the warranty and the rules and regulations in your state and with the company, so that you don't break that and then all of a sudden have an issue with your manual wheelchair. So that's a reminder for all of us. I don't touch my power wheelchair. I wouldn't have a clue on how to do anything on it. So I'm just one of those chicks. So, I just call the company right now. I think my batteries are like overextended. So I need to jump on that and get that started and bring it down to the garage and for them to check the batteries and say, oh yeah, we need to change them, or we don't need to change them. Is it under warranty? Is it not under warranty? If it's not under warranty, then how much will it cost? Et cetera, et cetera. So I need to do that. So, I don't know if that is included in the 5-year warranty. So I'm not at the 5-year, or I'm at the 3rd year, I think. Yeah. So with my power wheelchair. And so you might ask, what happens? Poof. At the 5th year. Well, I don't know about Canada or Europe or Asia. For those folks, when the 5-year, for us, when in the U.S., when the 5-year or the 7th year, sometimes insurances have different rules and regulations, but at the 5th year or 7th year, we are able to, get another wheelchair, because purchasing parts and trying to fix it all the time will be more expensive in the long run than the insurance just saying, okay, let's start over with a new wheelchair. So that's what we were able to do. So I have in my head, what kind of wheelchair I would like for next time. My power wheelchair that I have right now was my first one, and it's been great. I've had no problems whatsoever. But I would, if I were to do it over again, which hopefully in 5 years I'll be able to do it over, then I would add, some parts and things that I didn't have in this one. So it's just a learning experience in terms of what works for you, what doesn't work. So we'll see once my 5th year comes up. And for me, it's 5 years, and for other people, it's longer. So it just depends on the insurance you have. So, and if the wheelchair comes with no insurance, I would purchase some insurance, because if something breaks, if something happens, especially in power wheelchairs, if you got the wrong power wheelchair or whatever, sometimes that can happen. People invest in one and it starts breaking down or is having a lot of issues. A lemon, what we call in the United States, when it's a lemon, when it just didn't work from the beginning. So sometimes if it comes without, I would purchase some insurance, so that if there is, I think it's cheaper to do that than to go without coverage. And then, it continuously is breaking, and I realize that there's some areas in the world that, power wheelchairs are difficult, because you have to consider your terrain, your weather. You have to consider if you have electricity or not. And if the electricity goes out, what will you do? Will you need a backup to recharge your power wheelchair? It's all those considerations. Or if it's just best to get a manual wheelchair, because you don't have to worry about recharging. And can you handle a manual wheelchair? So it's all those considerations. But make sure that you have some kind of coverage, some kind of warranty on the important parts of your manual, your power wheelchair. And don't mess with it until you are sure about the coverage, because you don't want to start, paying into it. That's not worth it. Manual wheelchairs and power wheelchairs are very expensive, and we want to make sure they serve us then we're not serving someone else and throwing money elsewhere. So, so this is what my thoughts of the day is. Warranties. Just make sure that you are familiar with the warranties for your power or your manual wheelchair before you touch it, before you decide to fix it, before somebody comes in and fixes it for you. So make sure you are familiar with it. Make sure that you are in touch with the company to see, if you need to fix something, that you are in touch with them and see what needs to be done. So just be careful with that. All right. Well, here we are again. I just want to remind you that if this video was helpful in terms of reminding you about the warranties and all that kind of stuff, and you've seen other videos that are helpful, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll get notified, my next video. And also that'll help my numbers increase membership on the channel, where our goal is 300, and I think I'm at 251. So we need to keep on plugging in those numbers. You're doing great. And also likes. The likes help spread the videos around the YouTube world, and also tells YouTube, oh yeah, we really like this video. Please continue to spread it. So your likes are also valuable to me to see if a video was helpful or not. Because sometimes it can be a flop, but that's okay. We're all learning here. So I just want to thank you a million times for coming, for listening to me, and I want you to be well, as always, to be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.